welcome to episode 32, the last episode of TR's Guitar of the Day. The last episode till I buy another guitar, of course. I saved the best for last. This is the oldest guitar I own. I wish I had kept my first guitar, I didn't. I wish I'd kept my first Les Paul, I didn't, but I did trade it for this one back in 1992 at Northern Music and Video. This is a beauty. This is a Gibson Les Paul Studio, but it is not just any Gibson Les Paul Studio. There's a story that goes with these. This is a 1992 Gibson Les Paul Studio. Is it the first year they made them? No, it's not. However, the history of the Les Paul Studio, as I understand it, is basically this. Gibson was trying to make an affordable version of the Les Paul. Les Pauls, by the way, just FYI, are very expensive. To buy this model brand new today, you're looking at $1,500–$1,600. And a standard is well over $2,000. So it was made to be an affordable version. So what did they do at first? Well, there were dot inlays on the fingerboard. No binding. This still has no binding. There's the little white stripe around everywhere. No binding. But there were dot inlays on the fingerboard. No binding. No covers on the pickups. So you can see these pickups are covered. And they would use pieces of wood that were less than desirable because they were going to be painted and you wouldn't see it. Now, I am told and have read many places that 92 and 93 were the best years of the Les Paul Studio. Period. They're the best ones for whatever reason. You actually get more money for them if they're from those years. So whether that is like cork sniffing or snake oil or whatever, I didn't know. So I did some research online. And apparently they were selling so good, Les Paul Studios, that those pieces of wood that were less desirable and the parts that weren't going to go on the high-end guitars, they ran out of them. And that they just started grabbing bodies and necks earmarked for much more expensive guitars to build studios with those parts because they would sell, because these were selling like crazy. That's the story. Do I have any provenance to that story? Well, a little bit. I was reading on a forum why these were worth more, and somebody chimed in that very story I just told you. Their credibility was they claimed to have worked at the factory, and they knew it for a fact that that's what was happening. And that's why these 2 years ended up with the best bodies, the best necks, and the best parts, because they should have really been standards, customs, so on and so forth, instead of studios, because the lesser quality mystery meat, if you will, style pieces of wood had all been used up. Do I believe this guy? I don't know. I tend to a little bit. Long time ago, there was a thing online where you could write in to Gibson with the serial number of your guitar and they would tell you all about it. And I did. I wrote in with the serial number from this Gibson Les Paul. And I got told all about my 1992 Gibson SG Custom. What? This isn't an SG. The neck was stamped. Actually, it wasn't an SG Custom, it was just an SG. Put them in a custom, it would have hit the box. Sorry. Anyways, this isn't an SG. Was it supposed to be an SG? I don't know. But it's not. So I tend to kind of believe the story. Other reasons I believe the story that they were just putting any parts together they could and making them into studios is this particular guitar. If you look at the fingerboard, that's ebony. Okay, that's high-end stuff. That is what comes on customs. Gold hardware. This is like serious gold hardware. It's not that 10-karat plating crap you get in the cheaper guitars. This is like some serious. I don't know if you can see how deep the gold is on that. A Gibson Deluxe tuners, by the way. 490R, 498T. I don't know if you can tell by the sound. It's the hotter pickup. You can find these going used You can find pictures. Every darn one I've ever found has black speed knobs. This is the only Gibson Les Paul Studio 92 I have ever seen. Ebony board, gold hardware with gold speed knobs. I don't think it makes it worth any more or anything, but it's kind of almost like a one-up, which there again lends credence to the story of putting parts on them, getting them out the door. Some of the perks of an older Les Paul, if they are perks. If you remember my last video talking about materials and things that they had used. This is a bone nut, back when they were still using real bone, which is, they're supposed to be the best, although I do like the synthetic nuts, like the Tusk. I think they've gone to that because it's easier to work with than the bone. Inlays, and I don't know if you can see real good in here or not. Try to get the light to catch them. They're mother of pearl. These aren't plastic. They're not celluloid. They're mother of pearl inlays. They have yellowed with age. You can rub your teeth against them to find out. No, they do have a little different feel to them, and they have they've yellowed with age. So that's what you get, and it's a beauty. I don't play it a lot. It's got rounded 50s neck. You can tell it sounds really, really good though. That's it. Have a good day.